If you're watching this video, you might have a 5th gen Ram 1500 with tag lights that don't work. This specific truck is one I bought brand new. I've driven the wheels off of, and years ago, I'm talking probably 2 years ago, the tag lights stopped working. Well, I was busy, in a pinch, never really had time to work on this thing unless it was required, something mandatory. And so I just put it off. That's why there's a that's why there's a solar powered light on the license plate right now. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix this the right way once and for all. And one quick shout out and thank you to a gentleman who commented on my 325,000 mile update video. He said, he kind of pointed me in the right direction, and it's somewhere I had looked before but didn't see, but then I looked again, and sure enough, I think I know where the problem is. It's also probably worth mentioning that, when I did some research on the internet this morning about, what's a possible cause for this issue, there are a lot of people on the forums, the Facebook groups, that are asking for help for this, and very little feedback or insight into what's wrong. Everyone's like, check your bulbs, check your power to harness, and that's all the feedback they can give. These bulbs are not serviceable. You buy the whole housing. So just the way it is. And I did already, with the multimeter, test my plug for power, and there is none. So now let's get under the truck and see what we're dealing with. For frame of reference, we are under the driver's side bumper. That's our receiver hitch. Now, if you follow this over, it's actually the trailer receiver that is what I believe my problem. Look at this. See if I can pull that down. Look at those wires. They don't look too happy, do they? They're actually being severed by this metal. So I'm going to get my trim tool, pop this off, and see if that happens to be our problem. All right, check this out. I don't know if you can tell, that wire going to our plug, license plate plug, is white with the blue stripe. And that's the case on both sides. See that? White with the blue stripe. Well, let's look at this guy. There's a wire there that is completely severed. And it's, you guessed it, white with a blue stripe. There's not a lot of room to get into this and service this. They don't really build these harnesses to be loosey-goosey. Clearly they're tighty, whitey, I don't know. And that's why this thing was pulled so tight around this plate. So we'll have to get a little creative. You want to use a trim tool like this to get these plastic pieces off. And then I just use the utility knife to skin this loom material. Now, you could loosen all these sensors and stuff, and that would give you a lot of room. Like, those are cable wires with sensors on them. If they're covered in mud, I don't know if I want to mess with those. So yeah, let me clean this up a little bit. Let's see if we can find a solution here. Now, there are a dozen different ways to fix a damaged wire, and a lot of people feel strongly about right ways and wrong ways, but the right way is the way that fixes it and gets you back on the road legally. Now, will it last as long as some other ways? Just depends. This is not the best way, but I'm going to use a heat shrinkable butt connector. I don't really prefer these, but in this case, I had to trim off some bad material, so I need to make up some space. And this gives you a little bit of fudge factor when it comes to making that happen. It will also be stronger, more protected than just a plain wire alone. And I'm still going to wrap it up with some loom, tape it all up. I checked the other wires. Some of them have nicks in the insulation, but this is the only one that was actually broken. So I'm going to use my crimpers to connect these two wires back up. Before we get too carried away, before we do any heat shrink, we will do a power test on the connector. And then if all is well there, we will wrap this up in tape, wrap it up with some loom, and then find a way to get this stuff tucked away where it won't happen again. Success. Now I can't show you the reading because I don't have 3 arms, but I promise you, I just showed 12.6 volts on this plug. That was the problem. That is wonderful. That is an easy fix. However, one thing I noticed, these are not the OEM lights. I bought these aftermarket because I thought my lights were bad. And so I replaced them with these, and I noticed one of the pins inside there is foobarred pretty good. You can't really tell from here, but one of them is pushed back. And these are like sealed units, so I may have to get new lights, or I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm gonna get some real fine needle nose in there, see if I can bring that back. But give me a second. I'll test that, and then we're gonna tidy up down there. But just wanted to show you to look out for that. If you fix this and you have 12 volts, or you didn't need to fix it, you have 12 volts, and all you have to do is jam your multimeter probes into those connections, that 1 and 2 pin. Make sure you're on DC voltage, and you should see 12 or more here. Be careful not to look at millivolts. If it says millivolts, it's not the same thing as 12 volts. But anyway, all right, let me work on this and I'll be back. This is a little bit of an aside, but I took apart this cheap Amazon LED light, and I had a bad solder joint on one of the pins that goes to this LED board. I don't want to let it go because it's hard to get back in there. So I'm going to try to repair this. It's probably not worth it. I think these are like $20. But I can't find my OEM ones because I was just going to throw those on. Can't find them, so I really kind of want to make this work. This passenger side one does work though. I plugged the connector back in and it's good, so that's probably good enough. But I'd like to have them both working. And before I buy any more, I'm just going to try to resolder this and see if we can get a little lucky. All right, the solder repair worked. Most of you guys will probably not have to do that, but if you're in that situation, yeah, there's the fix. All right, now we're gonna clean it up. All right, back together, heat shrunk, electrical tape, spiral, wound plastic, loomy stuff, which I don't usually like, but should work good for this. Put all our little clippies back in. Should be done. 20-minute job. There you go. I actually threw the factory ones back in. They're much higher quality. Both tag lights work. Hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching.